So what's going on, Raphael?
What's going on, Tony?
Not a whole lot. What you want to talk about today?
Shit, man, I don't know, man. I'm kind of down for anything, man.
Anything.
I know we was talking about some farting and crop dusting earlier. Shit was fun.
Hey, who don't love a good fart joke?
Man, I know I do.
Sometimes the joke is actually on you when you walk into a fart.
Boy.
You ever walk into a restroom and it just smells like fart?
And I know that's like kind of weird to say, but like, it shouldn't smell like complete shit when you go in there. Like,
it shouldn't, but
it shouldn't. Like the occasional, like, I know it's gonna sound funny, like a brisk fart. Like it's almost like you walk into the restroom and it's like, okay, I smell fart, but it's a restroom.
Yes.
You know, but
like
you shouldn't go in there and like looking for shit on the walls because it smells that bad. Like, you know.
Exactly.
So I feel you about the farts.
So since we're talking about the restrooms anyway, I think we should talk about proper restroom etiquette. What do you think?
I think so. Because a lot of y'all nasty motherfuckers don't know proper etiquette restroom.
For real though, like the men's stalls. You walk up to a line of urinals. I mean, it's pretty much well known. You see the memes on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
If you got 3, you're not going to walk to that middle one.
Oh, no.
No. You're going to split the lane.
I'm definitely split. And I got to the point now where, you know, if it's not enough, you know, urinals are split, I just wait in line or wait for the next stall, or I just go into a stall if it's empty. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, for real. Like I'm not going to hit that middle one. Honestly, most of the time, if there's like people in the urinal anyway, I'm not against just walking up to a stall.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah. I mean, all types of goofy shit happens at the urinal anyway.
You do.
For real.
You have wandering eyes.
Yep. It's like, look straight, look up. Man, you know, the ceiling tile in the bathroom is actually pretty nice.
You start noticing shit you ain't never saw before. You're like, we might want to get that fixed up. Want to get that fixed up there.
You know, a little spider web up there. Spiders watching.
Yeah. And then you just like casually, it's almost like that bullshit you just can't stay away from. Like you'll look at it and you're like, oh, that's horrible, but I can't look away.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's almost like it's in the back of your head, like, okay, I just trying to hurry up and piss. Yep. I'm gonna look up. And then it's almost like when you get finished, and then like you just happen just like to glance over and that motherfucker kind of just staring at
making eye contact.
Making it all weird and shit.
Yeah, there's no eye contact in the men's room.
Hell no.
I mean, if you're coming and going, you know, I don't even try to look at somebody walking in. I'm just like, looking down, looking forward.
Yeah. I don't.
You know, when you're out in public, you do like the.
Yes.
But not in the men's room.
Not in the men's room.
Like, I'm not trying to have a conversation in there.
Nah.
But sometimes it happens anyway.
Especially, like, cause when I was working in retail, and like I'd just be in there and just trying to wash my hands.
Isn't that the worst though? You're just washing your hands and somebody's asking you about the weather. Like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to clean the doodle off my fingers.
I'm just trying to clean the shit off my hands. Facts. And you over here trying to ask me about the weather. It's shitty, man. It's shitty. That's what it is. It's fucking shitty. You know?
Dare I say it's kind of moist.
You know what?
Like there's a fog in the bathroom.
Somebody was telling me about that word moist. Like they hate that word moist. They said it makes them feel like icky. And I'm like,
dirty.
Moist.
Yeah.
It does sound good.
Well, hey though, like for real, since we're talking about restrooms anyway, like when you gotta hold back a monster shit.
Oh.
Bro, like it's like you start getting kind of moist, like your butt sweating, like yo, get this out, hurry! Like it's holding back, like like when you're working out, your muscles are working, you start sweating. I mean, when you're holding back a shit,
yes,
bro, like I sweat.
Yes, the top of your head, like that, your brow. That's how you know when it got serious. Yeah. When all those efforts of like clenching, then getting futile, and you just get that like that. Oh my God, we're in the last minutes. We better get somewhere quick.
That's right. You see somebody walking into the restroom, power walking. They're in like the Rocky sweats, and they got that terry cloth headband holding back the sweat.
Yeah. That should be crazy. That's how you know, like, oh yeah, he got that walk about him. He got to take shit.
That's right. You can always tell, like, when somebody's looking for a restroom, they got that kind of like,
that upright posture.
Like,
like it's like, hey, it's like flat steps, and like power walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can tell when they finish and they come out all relaxed.
It's like, just got up out of bed, just refreshed.
They ready to give you a dap and shit. man, did you wash your hands? Like, before you get anybody any dap, did you wash your hands?
Bro, like, that's my number one pet peeve. Like, when I get out of the restroom, like, I always wash my hands.
Yes.
But I'll be up there washing my hands. I'm not trying to have a conversation with somebody, but they'll come out of the stall.
And not even wash their hands.
Not even wash their hands. I'm thinking about starting up the conversation. Like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? You gonna wash your hands today?
Yeah. You didn't wash your hands today? That lets me know all about you. Yep. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Not if you're gonna wash your hands like that.
No. Let me ask you something. When you're in the stall, sometimes when you pee, you gotta fart too. Do you do it?
Yes.
What if somebody's next to you?
I'm farting. If we're in the stall, man, look. At the end of the day, let me tell you this about. Let me tell you first about shitting in public places. Let me tell you that first. I am very selective about where I be taking shits.
Yes.
And I would tell you this, when I worked in retail and I had to take shits at work, it was only 2 situations where I would allow myself to do as such. If it was early in the morning and there was very little people there, that way I can go in the restroom, I can clean the toilet myself and I know it's clean and ain't nothing crazy. Or if it's early enough, one of the janitors then caught me before I got in there and I'm like, oh, bet, then it's already, pre-clean. But it seems like every time that you got to take a shit, it's always like a shit ton of people in the bathroom.
Right? Like, why do you always got to take a shit? It's like between noon and 5 when everybody's in there.
Oh, man. And like, to your point, what you was talking about, like, my etiquette about that. At that point, it's like, all of these motherfuckers in the restroom, motherfuckers know what they're doing, man. Motherfuckers get ready to shit. So, it's like, all I ask is that if you're going to drop that first load, flush. Because don't let that shit sit in toilet water and permeate. That shit disgusting. That's why I be talking about, like, nasty ass motherfuckers. Like, we know it's gonna be farts. We know it's gonna be, we gonna hear all that.
Yeah.
But we don't want to continue to smell it. Just flush it. That's my only thing about that. Like, when it comes to the next stall over, like, man, just flush it. Your shit, man. Don't wait till you have to wipe your ass.
I used to be a little more shy though. Like, if I was in the urinal, I'm the only one in the restroom, or at least nobody can see me. If there's somebody in a stall down the way, they can't see me, I can't see them. Yeah, I'm farting.
Oh.
Somebody standing next to me, though, I'm a little more reserved. I'm like, if I can get it out quietly, maybe. But I'm not out there blowing my ass up. Now, if I'm in a stall and nobody can see me, I feel like I'm invisible, so I'm going to be blowing my ass up there.
I feel you.
I remember one time.
So you got rules and shit. I
have
like
rules,
that. You really are.
Look, there's a handbook to this shit. There's an art to it.
See, I don't give a fuck. It's no holds bars when we get into the restroom.
Hey,
you know what we here for.
That's an easy lifestyle. If you don't give a fuck, things are so much easier. When you start thinking about scenarios before they even happen.
Yeah.
Like.
You care too much.
Exactly.
You care too much. Especially about those type of situations.
Exactly. I do remember one time I had Taco Bell for lunch. And I was just blowing up that toilet. There's a dude a few stalls down. Like, every time I ripped it, he's like, yeah, man. Like, he was cheering me on. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't need a cheerleader for me to push some poop out.
Wow.
Yeah. And, now I'm starting to understand why, like, some people, like, you ever go into a stall to do your business and somebody's in there before you and you can see their feet. They're sitting there. But they're not making any noise. They're not pooping. They're not talking. They're not on their phone. They're acting like they don't even want to be known, right? So now I understand, like, maybe that guy had somebody cheering him on at one point, and he's just trying in there to be quiet. Like, okay, I'm just going to wait it out. This other dude's gonna take his shit and leave, and I'm gonna poop peacefully. Some people don't like having their shit be heard.
I get it, but like that's dangerous holding your shit in like that, isn't it?
That's some serious shit.
Yeah, that is serious. Like, man, man, I can't go out death by poop now. Mm-hmm. Like, you holding your shit in so much that it busts like your intestines or something just because you scared to take a shit. Nah.
Yeah.
That's man. That's a terrible way to go out. Mm-hmm. That's a terrible way to go out.
No, yeah, I mean, dying on the toilet.
Full of shit.
Exactly. Like, look, I was full of shit in life, and that changed.
Died full of shit.
That's right. But when you die, though, your body releases all that pretty much immediately. The muscles relax. Yeah. So if you die full of shit, you're not gonna be full of shit for long.
Yeah, all of that's coming out.
Well,
I wonder how much of that is being held up, like old. Because I'm pretty sure, like the stuff like from like our childhood has been definitely flushed out by then. But I wonder like how long like past fecal matter lasts in your intestine to where like when that time that you do pass away and then all of that just release, how I bet that shit would be rank. I bet. Oh my God. I know it's at least like maybe a month. I would say like 4 weeks of like past tracked like poop in your intestine. And then you just let all of that out at once. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't want to. That's how I don't understand how like my granddaddy was ever a coroner, because he would tell me horror stories about like him finding bodies in places, and I'm like, that shit don't smell. And are you used to that shit? Like, not at all.
Yeah, imagine like how much corn is stuck in your intestines. It's just trapped in a pocket waiting to come out. Yeah, I remember one of the most embarrassing things I've had happen, after eating Taco Bell again, probably. I remember one day I had to take a. I used to, but I've learned. I don't want to run into more bathroom issues. So since I stopped, I don't run into those issues. But one time I just got back from probably Taco Bell, and I had to take a shit. It was liquid. Like I was Willy Wonka about to open a chocolate factory, if you feel me. And I just went into the first open stall. Busy. It's like that 12 to 5. So, of course, everybody else is in there. Yeah. And so I drop in the stall, drop my drawers, do my business. It was
moist in there.
It was very moist.
That sounds good.
Jesus. And then I'm over there blowing ass cheeks. And then I look down and I can see the shoes of the person in the stall next to me. And it's my boss.
Hey. Hey.
And you know what, though? I mean, if I can see his shoes, he can see my shoes. When you work close to people, you know what they wear.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, as I've been there pouring out chocolate, I'm just a living chocolate fountain. All I could think of is my boss over there taking a shit next to me, sitting here thinking, damn, what the fuck is going on with Tony's colon? And I was rancid, too.
So I guess that's what your question about etiquette to the next person next door.
I guess so.
That's where that came from.
Yeah.
Man, just like I said, he accepted those conditions when he stepped into the restroom.
That's right.
I feel like it's just certain things.
Man's land.
It's no man's land. It's certain things that you just gotta take, responsibility of, or accountability, I guess you could say, when you walk into a restroom. Like you're gonna see some pissy floors maybe now and then. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be moist.
Yep.
And it's probably gonna smell like occasional mixtures of farts.
Yes.
So
restrooms can be hazardous too. If you're wearing the wrong pair of shoes, right? They have tile floors. Somebody's already pissed all over the floor. Dude, you can fall in that shit. Like
I wouldn't even know how to react.
Bro, I'd be like, just kill me. Just finish me off, man. Like, I don't want to get carried out on the stretcher talking about how I slipped on piss and landed on shit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that, bro. I'm not trying to do that. It's like you have enough embarrassing stories as it is throughout the years of between the foolish shit that you attempted and the dumb shit that you thought was smart and didn't pan out that way. Like, I got enough of those stories to not fall in piss. Mm-hmm. Like I don't want to fall in piss.
But the other thing too, going back to people not washing their hands, some nasty ass folks. I don't go to any public restroom and touch the door handle on the way out. How about you?
What? Do you take like the paper towel from?
Yes.
Oh my God! Oh yeah! I thought I was damn weird for doing that shit.
Yeah, like I'll get paper towels and then like I'll dry my hands up and then I'll use it to open the door. Yes. And then like other motherfuckers in there like, what's up with this guy?
And I use the foot,
Danny
my foot
Tanner
to
over here.
Hold the door, wipe my hands, and I use my elbow and I walk out. Yeah, I feel you.
Yep.
I feel you. I'm that same damn way.
So which brings me to the next question. Like, knowing that nasty ass people are going to be in there, not washing their hands, touching that door handle on the way out, why does all the doors swing in and not swing out? Because I can push that motherfucker with my foot and not have to worry about touching shit. Why isn't there a standard for that? Now, in growing up in Florida, mm-hmm. the code for the front door in your house is the door has to swing out. That's a hurricane code, right? You can do that for hurricanes. Why can't you do that for bathrooms? Why is that not a standard?
That is like the biggest what if. Mm-hmm. But why not that? I have really...
Like, we're coming out of COVID a few years ago.
Yeah, all the doors should have been mandatory. They swing the opposite way.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
They should have been mandatory.
Or at least it could be like one of those restaurant doors that swings both ways.
Yeah.
Push
like
in,
how
push out.
Like how the
hands-free.
The receiving doors are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That would be. Yeah. Guys, why the fucking bathroom doors don't swing the appropriate way? I guess like they're looking at it as like the person's coming in, but like your hands are already dirty coming in.
That's true.
So it shouldn't even really matter.
And look, so kind of going back to those doors that swing both ways, mm-hmm. that would make more sense for sanitary purposes, yes. Right? But also, have you ever went to walk out of a bathroom door and some big motherfucker is pushing the door open like he's Jackie Chan, almost hits you in the face?
Boy, I done had that happen a couple times.
So think about it, right? You have your swinging doors now, and you also have a little clear window on it. So you can see motherfuckers coming and see motherfuckers going.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I think we just invented a new company standard for bathroom doors.
I think we did. I hope motherfuckers listen, which they ain't listening to me when I was in the retail world, so they probably not gonna listen to my black ass now. So, so I don't know why.
Anybody makes that the new code standard, pay us.
Pay us.
Just saying, pay us.
Yeah, we got this bitch timestamp. That's our idea. So don't make us come after you. Just pay us. We work for comic books. I do at least.
Yeah, just pay you in Secret Wars.
Just pay me in Secret Wars.
Yeah, on the low.
On the low ski. They ain't got to be goddamn all of that, man. Just give me some nice, decent copies and we'll call it a day, man. I ain't gonna hold you up.
So, Raphael, we've been talking about all types of stink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you got any fart stories?
Man, I have a particular fart story where I was working at a retailer, and we would have our morning meetings, just in random places, just to kind of get everybody, kind of accustomed to, anything that may have changed, whatever, case may be. And this particular morning, we're having a morning meeting, and it is a particular associate there. We're gonna name him David. we're gonna name him David. So David, this particular employee is very straight and narrow. He ain't bending, breaking, nothing about the rules.
Clean cut, smooth dude. Drama free, probably.
Drama free. he gives you the idea of like that timid little kid in the corner that really ain't seen, dealt, felt nothing. Like very sheltered, scared to break a rule, thinking that if he really crossed the street, jaywalking, he gonna get locked up. Like he
not even a ticket, just straight to jail.
Just straight to jail. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So he that type of mindset or whatever. So at the gun bar, it's always rules. Don't leave the gun bar unattended.
Yep. Somebody's always there.
Somebody has to always be there. So he's at the gun bar. We're having a morning meeting, like maybe a couple of feet in front. Like he can still see, hear, fine. Like it's nothing, crazy. Now, mind you, the store is closed. Like we haven't opened for the store yet,
So nobody else has been there but him.
Ain't nobody had been there for him. So we sitting there, standing there, and he's standing behind the gun bar, and we start to move close to the gun bar, to kind of, looking at a few things. The manager on duty that day was kind of explaining a few things. And we kept going back in front of him, and like it was almost like we're getting crop dusted, And like the more like, we would move, like people's faces were looking around like, what the fuck is that smell? Now, let me tell y'all something about farts and complete shit, y'all. Complete shit smells so much different than farts. A lot of times farts, if they got some substance, like if you just ate something like that you just shouldn't have ate, it's going to be heavy, it's going to linger, then it's going to go after maybe like
smells
2 to 5
dense.
minutes. It's just dense.
Yeah.
It's very heavy. But when you have like shit, that smell don't go away.
No.
It don't go away. It gets worse because now it's settling and it's not a fume. It is an actual substance.
Yeah.
So now like you are really smelling it, and like this smell is not going away. It's getting stronger.
Yeah, it's not a fragrance in the wind.
Nah, it ain't a fragrance. It's far from that. So the more I look and people are like being like, they are laughing at this time like, oh my God, like who the fuck is farting? Like, like that's what it is now. So
the blame game started.
That's the blame game started.
Yep.
So like at this point, like I'm like, okay, this is crazy. I look at David. David ain't said shit.
It's too quiet. Very
quiet. Like tense quiet. And I'm like, hey man, you smell that shit? And he was like, Mr. Raphael, I shit myself. And I said, what did you tell me, David? He said, well, I had to go to the bathroom, but I didn't want to, I couldn't leave the gun bar unattended. I was like, David, the store's closed.
No.
You could have just left and went to the restroom. And he was like, would you mind if I just borrow some pants? I'm like, oh my. I was like, this motherfucker really shitted himself. Like,
wow.
And like I said, it's a difference between a fart and like this shit. Like, and it started out, like, I really think it started out for him, like he thought he had to fart.
Mm-hmm. We've been there before.
Oh yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah.
Started off as a fart. And I think like that first fart was really the fart because he was like, okay, I got a little minute. I can wait till they finish the meeting and I'm going to dip off. But I think that... So
when you guys walked up, he had farted.
I think he had farted already.
And while the meeting was going, he shit himself.
He shit himself.
Man.
And I think the fart that he was holding in was the plug. I think that's what was keeping the shit from coming. Mm-hmm. And once those cheek muscles relaxed, that was it for your boy David.
You know what else he was feeling in that moment? Moist.
Very moist. Very moist. Man. Yeah, I definitely remember that. I definitely remember that. But we talked about that shit.
I'm pretty sure his pants said forecast 100% humidity.
Boy. 100% done chance of rainfall.
Yes.
Like, that shit there.
Mudslide.
Yeah, that motherfucker there, like, yeah, that was crazy.
Bro, you'd be surprised, like, how often that happens. I've been into the men's room several times and found shit-covered underwear just kicked aside by the toilet. Like somebody done shit their pants came through, wiped their ass, and left their dirty underwear. Like, I get it, it happens, but why did they not at least
throw the shit away?
Exactly.
Like, that's your shitty draws. Like, why do I want to?
So maybe here's the psychology on that, right? So they're having a shitty day, right? They're already pissed off. They shit their pants. Now they want to transfer that over to somebody else. Okay, somebody else is going to pick up my shitty pants and have a shitty day too.
Like, I just don't. I've never understood that. I've never understood that. And like when that time that, you know, when I was telling you fuck around with that bathroom that time, like the reason why the toilet was that fucked up was because of shitty underwear.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to
flush it.
It's like how did your mind instantly revert back to a child?
For real. They saw turtles getting flushed down the toilet. I can put anything down there.
I can put anything down there. That's where your mind went. It wasn't like, oh, grab that plunger that's in the corner of the toilet and use the plunger.
And that's where you should really have like a small garbage can in like the stalls. I mean, not just the one garbage can on the way out. There should be like small like office cans. Which reminds me, I had a friend that worked at a bikini shop. They sold like bikini swimsuits and all that stuff. And they had little baskets in there because when you try those on, they're a personal care item. Yeah. And you have to use a liner. And the idea is you throw the liner away when you're done. You know what she told me? If you have to change out those bags every night, people will pee in those. Yes.
Wow, people
they're not in a restroom, they're in a fitting room.
And they pissing in the...
Yeah, they're not going to walk down through the mall and go to the corridor and go to the restroom. They're just going to pee in a bag. I'm telling y'all, people are nasty.
This is why I keep my ass in the house.
Exactly.
Like this is why I keep my ass in the house.
The more you know about people, the less you want to be around them.
The less you want to be around them. Like, and it's crazy because like they wonder why we got shit like COVID going on. Like
they don't wash their fucking hands.
You don't wash your fucking hands as adults. Like why should we? It's crazy for when COVID was at its highest, like it was crazy for me to have to tell another adult older than me to wash your hands, cover your mouth when you cough.
Easy one.
Like it was like I would
cough into your elbow or something.
Cough into your elbow, like it's.
But you know what, Raphael? I've also got a fart story too.
You got a fart story? What's up with your fart story?
Mine's a little bit different though because I was directly involved. I didn't have to be the investigator. I didn't walk into it. In fact, nobody walked into it. They were a captive audience. Oof. This was my freshman year in high school. I was in my reading class. They did reading classes in high school.
Yeah.
Which was, okay. And I didn't know nobody in that classroom. You know how it is? Like, if you're a little bit of an awkward kid, if you don't have any of your friends in that classroom, you're just like,
oh, yeah.
You keep to yourself. I didn't really talk to nobody. Everybody else around me were friends with each other. I was just that kid that would come in, kind of keep my head down in my book, do my shit, wanted to get in, get out. So about 6 months into this class, still not really talking to maybe one kid every once in a while. I don't know what I had for lunch that day, but it was just bubbling.
Sure it wasn't Taco Bell?
No, it's probably Papa John's pizza. We had that in our high school.
Y'all had a Papa John's inside your high school?
Yeah. So we had the cafeteria. Hold on. Now it's not free.
I know, but
we had the cafeteria food. That was an option, but you can buy a slice of pizza for like $2.
No, we didn't.
Big ass slice of pizza too.
No.
Yeah, they had a couple stalls set up. And you can walk up there. They just open the box, give you a plate, give you a slice. There's pepperoni, sausage. You could do plain cheese. It might have been fucking olives. I don't know. Yeah, so I probably had Papa John's pizza.
This is mind blowing to me because, like, in our high school, we had like a snack bar. We got like tea. We got candy and cookies and shit like that. We didn't have no fucking Papa John's pizza. That's why I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't know what kids have now, but we had Papa John's.
Damn.
And, you know, this was a school that was a F school by the time I left. It was like a C, D rated school when I got in there, and it was an F And everybody's just fucking around with that pizza, I guess.
Damn.
So there I am in the classroom, and my stomach's bubbling, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, do I have to shit? Do I have to fart? And you know what it is? When you're already that awkward kid in the classroom, you don't want to, like, get up. Teacher, I need to use the restroom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just going to say,
because the motherfuckers automatically think, oh, he got to go take a shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I just sat there for a little bit. I'm like, okay, it feels like gas. And then I'm just going to let this one out quietly. Just let it slip out. And I did. What I wasn't expecting was the smell. And you know, when you fart, you're the first person to smell it.
Oh, yeah.
And when it stinks, it stinks. Like it was like that thick fart, like fog. And I'm in the middle of the classroom. I've got kids to my left, my right, up ahead, behind me. And I smell it. I'm like, oh no. I have no friends in this classroom, so nobody's going to back me up.
Hell no.
They're going to all jump on my ass.
You dead in the water out there.
Yep. I'm like, damn, okay. And I started smelling. I'm like, oh no, like my heart's like, and I start kind of feeling like I'm getting clammy. Like, oh shit. And I'm like, well, maybe it's going to dissipate. Nobody else is going to smell this fart. It's just me. I'm so close by proximity. You know, it's not going to go over to the person. Just thinking about it. So like after about what felt like a minute, it's probably like 10 seconds. I'm like, you know, maybe I'm in the clear. Then I hear one of the girls to the left, a few seats behind me.
Bitch.
She's like, someone's nasty. I'm like, okay, fuck, I'm done. And then somebody else smelled it, and like everybody started complaining about this fart, and like, everybody's like on each other's ass. They blamed this one kid. I forget his name. It might have been Raymond. He was a bit of a class clown, and that's the perks, I guess, of being the quiet kid. And versus the class clown.
Oh, yeah.
The class clown's always doing stuff for attention, so maybe this motherfucker farted for attention, right? It's just part of his gimmick, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they started blaming this guy. And like, when you're the one that did the fart, you're trying not to get caught for it. Like, you're like looking around. As soon as they say, oh, someone's nasty, I'm like, oh shit, like I smell that too. Because you want to play it off like you couldn't possibly be guilty if you're like smelling around like, damn. And I'm reacting. My face is like, ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
Yeah. Brother, ugh.
Yeah. And I felt bad for this kid. His name was Jamie, I think. I think it was Jamie. And they're all blaming Jamie. And like all the girls around him are now blaming him, pointing him. Like this dude's like trying to defend him. It wasn't me. I didn't fart. And like I'm sitting here like looking like seriously. I'm like, kind of, bro, like why are you gonna do that to us?
Yeah.
Selling it.
Yeah.
All the while I'm trying to hold back laughing at this point. First I'm scared like I'm gonna get caught and they're gonna bust my ass. And now I'm like over here like kind of like chuckling on the inside.
Kind of relieved because the suspicion is off of me.
That's right. And I put my head down. I'm like trying to like be in my work like. And then what's worse about it is too that the teacher at some point got involved because the kids were all like blaming each other, cussing. Poor Jamie.
Oh yeah, he got the brunt force of that shit.
Yep, they're thinking he's got swamp ass, and the teacher's like, "Quiet, just because one of the students decided to be nasty doesn't mean that he get out of control."
And she didn't help at all.
Exactly,
she didn't help at all.
She indirectly jumped on it too. And now I'm like, I go from being scared to pretending somebody else did it to now being slightly offended. I'm like, hold on. I can't help that I got a fart.
Yeah.
Does that make me nasty? I almost was like, ma'am,
yeah.
Hold on. I almost snitched myself. I'm like, ma'am, so like, why do I got to be nasty?
Yeah, why I got to be nasty? Because I'm doing what everybody else does.
Exactly. It's a bodily function.
Yeah.
I mean, ma'am, with all due respect, you fart too, don't you?
Yeah, you farted. You farted today. Yeah. You farted this morning.
You walk off into your little office back. There was a cubicle, so we had like a little office in the back that she'd sit in there. She had her double-faced glass so she can like watch us. And, like, we couldn't see her. She'd go in there and fart all the time, I bet you.
I bet so.
But, yeah, so I never told anybody in that classroom about it. I just let him take the blame.
Damn, that's diabolical, Tony.
It is, man.
It's diabolical.
I mean, it came down to either him or me.
I feel you. Well, it's survival of the fittest.
It was me or anyone else, really. He just...
Well, you said you was in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was survival. Oh, you was a freshman, too? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I would have did the same thing. Shit. You know what? See, now I got more context. Now I understand. Now I understand. You did a good thing. That would have been suicide.
Yeah, like if my friends were in that classroom, I mean, I would have claimed it. But yo, it's me.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I would have done that too. 9th grade year, I don't know nobody. Yeah, you said yeah, it was him.
Yeah,
it was him.
You know, the good part about it too is, I mean, sometimes you gotta fart, right? It wasn't just that one day, but like I knew in the future, I was good.
Yeah. Now,
if he called out of class that day, and then the funk starts flowing in, they're gonna start thinking, hold on. Maybe it's that Tony guy. Jamie isn't here today.
Yeah.
He was proven innocent.
We got a linger.
Right. Well, Raphael, I think we're about done with this one.
We done with this one?
Yep.
Dang. We had a good time, man.
At least we didn't have a smelly time.
No, we didn't have a smelly time.
I could almost smell it from the memories.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy how memories can take you back that much to like waking up all your senses of like exactly how things felt, smell, everything during that time that happened so long ago. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it'd be some toxic farts that I didn't smell, and I'd be like, God damn, like I remember that. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I guess we'll
wrap this one up.
Wrap this one up.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys. Appreciate y'all.